Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial video shining Zanya Zero. Just wanted you guys to know that you shouldn't play certain characters in the bot lane. This should be a short video, and I'll explain why in a brief comment and stuff. A lot of people pick characters that's not valuable in bot, and they're wondering why they're losing. It's because they're losing their lane, their XP, and stuff like that. And if you lose that, you're not going to do good in the game at all. So I just want to go over quick of who's good in the bot and who's not. I know a lot of people make tier lists and stuff, but I want you guys to highly consider of who you should have in the bot lane and who you shouldn't. So hopefully this will give you a good idea. So I'm just going to go over it brief. I'm not going to go over all their skills and stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys know what most of it does anyways, but here it goes. Starting with Venusaur. Venusaur is just S tier in bot. He's definitely going to apply pressure with just his boosted attack alone. He does a Vine Whip, keeps him in a straight line with that Vine Whip, and it stuns them for a second as well because they can't move during that animation. So it's really, really good. So that's why he's able to secure a lot of kills bot lane. The rest of his skills his Razor Leaf does good damage, and then his Seed Bomb does really little damage, but even then they can still do something. But his boosted attack alone is what makes him S tier. A lot of people don't have boosted attacks that can stun. Only like 4 or 5 Pokemon do. But you really should definitely consider playing a Venusaur bot. Charizard, never playing bot lane. He's early game. And I'm talking about the early game guys, nothing more. Just the early game pressure. If you want to get their farm every time, you gotta have something to pressure with. Charizard can't pressure with. Yeah, he can slow them down with Fire Spin or something like that, but he's not going to apply early game pressure at all. And his skills are easy to dodge, just stay distance. So I wouldn't recommend playing Charizard bot. Blastoise, I feel like he's an A tier. You can push people and Skull Bash him to stun him for a second as well. So if you know how to play Blastoise early game right, he can be viable bot. But there's so much better options as a tank like a Wiggly or Snorlax. They can apply more pressure than the Blastoise could. But yeah, you can play him in the bot. I just don't think his late game's good though. Pikachu, definitely S tier bot. He has Thunder Second, Electrical Web. All his kids CC, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. Pikachu is definitely a S tier bot character, so if you want to get that early lane pressure still in their XP farm, Pikachu is the way to go. Ninetales, definitely S tier farms. All her kits slow, CCs, freeze, stuff like that. She has it all. So you definitely want to play a Ninetales bot if you want to secure objectives early, or steal and farm early. Wigglytuff, S tier. She has her passive alone makes her S tier on bot lane. If they attack her, they come to her. So that could be a good second of them not being on an ad, or a good second for your team to pick up on it and get a free kill off of it. Never play Machamp in the bot. He's just sucks early, mid, and late game, but don't play him in the bot. He has nothing going for him. You're basically trolling your team if you are going to be bot lane with him. You're basically getting a 2v3, or if you're doing 2-1-2 comp, you're a 1v2 in the bot lane. He can only punch people, and I think one of his specials does slow him down for a brief second, and that's about it. Yeah, I wouldn't highly recommend playing on a champion bot. You're gonna troll your team. Slowbro, definitely don't play him bot early game. That's why he's like in the lower tier meta. Yeah, they buffed his Scald a lot and stuff like that, but he has nothing going for him early game. He only has Water Gun and the healing sleeping move like Snorlax does. I don't know what it's called. You guys know, but yeah, don't play him bot early game. Honestly, don't play Slowbro at all. Unless you're playing solos, it's different. But I'm talking about in team comps, do not play Slowbro bot at all. So hopefully you guys understand that he has nothing in his kit going for him. So you can easily pressure a Slowbro early game. The goal is the reason why I'm saying this is because if you steal all their farm and they have a Slowbro, guess what? He's not getting level 4 for a bit, and he needs that level 4 to get his power spike on top of his CC moves going. He's viable after level 4, but before then, he's just not going to do anything for his team. Gengar, don't put him in bot lane. For one, he's a speedster, and 2, his skills aren't that good anymore like they used to. Please buff Gengar. Blissey, don't play. She can play in bot lane in a little bit, but Eldegoss is way better for pressure, and she has a move that can slow him down. But she has to be in melee range versus Eldegoss being in range, and that's what makes Eldegoss more better. She's probably a B or A tier, but she's not someone I would recommend playing in bot lane. Mr. Mime, S tier definitely. Secure kills with his barrier and his fake out confusion. If you're not, I've seen a lot of good Mr. Mimes just stealing object farm all the time. So actually, I've seen a solo Mr. Mime that can just go to Masters by himself. He's able to secure all that. Definitely, if you want to pick up someone that can secure their farm, Mr. Mime is a pick for you. Snorlax definitely, his tackle alone can take objectives, push him, shoves him, and stuns him for that good second as well. He has rest that he can just keep staying in fights and stuff like that. He's definitely good early game. I would highly recommend you play in bot lane if you want to play a tank. Dragoman, I would not consider playing him bot, but he does do secure kills with his Dragon Breath. I wouldn't recommend Dragon Breath at all though. Or I wouldn't recommend playing in bot. He's definitely better in mid. So just keep that in mind. Mamoswine's definitely good in bot. It's probably S tier bot. A lot of people are sleeping on this Pokemon. His third boost attack freezes him. On top of his passive, every time he uses the ice attack, he gets the boosted attack. All his ice attacks freeze, do some type of freeze, and his tackle does some type of stun. So, highly recommend you, play in bot if you do decide to play tank. Honestly, Snorlax, Wiggly, and Mamoswine are probably the 3 best choices to have in bot lane. Gravitar, don't play in bot. She has nothing going for her but some type of move that can slow their movement speed, and then her boosted attacks lowers her special defense. She has nothing going for her lane. She's best in jungle if you do decide to play her. Do not play her in lane. Don't play in absolute lane, you're just trolling. I'm not going to explain why. Garchomp, don't play him in lane. Yeah, he did get these buffs, but he's just useless. He has nothing in his kit that can push pressure lane. If I see a Garchomp bot, trust me, I'm going to be pressuring that lane just so I can get his farm. That's the way I play. If I see like any Pokemon that I know that can't pressure, I'm gonna have a Pokemon that can pressure, and I'm going to push the farm. That's just how I play. Lucario can secure everything. He's S tier. He's gotten like 4 nerfs, and nothing's still going on. He's still the king of kings. Let's be honest. Krusty, early game sucks. Don't pick Krusty. Nothing in his kit gives him a good early game. Greninja is not good in lane. Do not early game with Greninja. He's just doesn't have nothing in his kit that can CC him. He does got okay damage, but even then he's not going to secure anything, and he's easy. If I see a Greninja, I'm going to pressure him early game because he has nothing going for him. Don't pick Talonflame lane. I'm not going to explain. Sylveon, don't pick in lane. Yeah, she's good when she's a Sylveon, but like I said, that level 4, if they steal your farm, you're not getting level 4. So if they steal this neutral and then 2 pigs on the bottom, I don't know what they're called. Sorry, I don't know my Pokemon very well. She's not going to have nothing going for her. So I wouldn't. Eevee's weak alone. She doesn't do much damage with none of her skills. Except for Baby Dial Ice, I think, does okay damage, but not to where it's game changing. So I highly recommend you don't play the Sylveon bot lane. I wouldn't say you're trolling your team on her. It's just it's a lot harder with her. Do not play the Decidueye bot. He has nothing going for him but damage. There's nothing going for him. He can slow him down with one of his moves. That's about it. Just please do not play the Decidueye bot. He's only good in mid. She is good in bot. She has nothing that can CC, but her Razor Leaf can secure kills pretty easy. So I think she is probably A to S tier. But once she gets to level 6, she's pretty much golden. And because of her early involvement, it's probably another reason why she's good in bot lane. Zarya is not good in bot lane. The only thing he's got going for him is his attack, but he has long cooldowns. He's really good only in jungles. They're not playing bot lane. Cinderace, do not play in bot lane. He has no CC. He's only got damage. He's just like another Zarya or just Decidueye. He's S tier in jungle, but he's probably like C tier in bot lane. Like I said, these characters, if if you're picking these characters in bot, you're playing them wrong. You don't play these characters in bot lane. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just because you can early game pressure them too. Greedent, I don't know what to put Greedent. I don't know if he's good early game or not. I don't know what his defense specialty is. I haven't really looked into much Greedent, but I see a lot of good Greedent players. So I'd say he's probably A tier bot, even after the nerfs. He can pressure early. I don't know how he does it. Honestly, if people can put down in the notes of if he's good early game or not. I haven't really messed with too many Greedents, so I wouldn't really know. Eldegoss is definitely good early game. She can lower movement speed, she gets heals, she can heal party, so she's able to pressure that early game. Cramorant's actually good early game, believe it or not. He can Whirlpool, surf into them. He's able to get secure kills, but in the end, his late game is really bad. So if you think you can pull off an early game, Cramorant is for you. But if you need an early, mid to late game, he's not for you. His late game is going to throw you off, and it will be a 4v5. So hopefully you guys can get a better idea of bot lane. And the reason why I say this is because it's so important to steal the other team's farm. You don't understand how important that is. If you can steal the other team's farm, you're basically getting over leveled. You're basically being a mid player level. You're not going to be too far behind from your mid laner. Don't forget scoring. If you killed our team in the bot or something because they did stupid, you're scoring on top of you know, playing the mid or getting their mid and their farm down below. You're getting a lot out of it. So just remember that first minute and a half to 2 minutes in the game is really crucial. You definitely want, well, actually first minute in the game, because you're trying to steal their farm. So hopefully you guys get a good Griff. And I understand these tier lists. Most of these tier lists are really good. I like it, but they don't explain why this character's bad. But do explain it, but they don't say, hey, this character is bad because he has nothing going for him early game. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff like that. They won't explain, you know, in detail. There's a couple that do. They do explain, but I'm just giving you a heads up why these characters are bad as of right now until they get some type of buff. Honestly, I don't think like a Machamp can ever be good. I don't think a Garchomp can ever be good because of his kit, unless they change the movesets like they did to a Charizard. So hopefully they do. And I hope you guys like this video. We'll try to make a mid tutorial guide, who's good in mid, who's not, and why they're good, stuff like that. And then I'm not gonna make a top lane. It's usually an all-arounder like Lucario. There's no reason to make a top lane until I really wish the meta would shift back from 2-1-2. I don't like the 1-1-3 meta. I think it's stupid. But yeah, I'll make a mid tutorial guide. And if you guys have any recommendations of the next character you want me to make a tutorial from, if you guys see my first video with Venusaur tutorial, how good he is and why he's good, let me know. I will go in detail. I'll actually go in practice mode and show you stuff if I have to. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Peace.